Okay, so we touch up our landscape. Next, I want to create a new layer, and will be our touch up on our models. So let me go set this to the blue. I know it's landscape, and a model will go select our healing brush. Let's come closer. I don't think we need to, it's too small, so I don't think we actually need to do anything here, except I do not like this blue. We'll take care of on this color because it's just popping up. But I think this is good, so don't need this layer. So I'm going to rename this dodge and burn, and we'll go to fill up with the 50% gray, and we'll go switch this to the soft light. Let's select our brush, and brush, I want to be sure it's a soft. Okay, and we'll set to maybe about 10%, because I'm going to use mouse to brushing. You don't need to use this. If you use the Vicom, you can just use touch pad. And what I'm going right here, just add a little bit more shadows on her face, so you can see right here, just we're getting a little bit too close because this will be full resolution. Okay, but I just like to come closer so we can switch to the white. You can use the X button. Okay. Right here. So let's zoom out a little bit more. Switch again to the back, and it's nice if you use the X key. You can switch between shadows and other ones. I just want to add a little bit more dimensions, like for example here, if we do on a white, add kind of also on the dogs, let's add a little bit of those. This is dog look like smile, so it's kind of, I like that dog. Okay, for all you can see, if you look on a face very close, you can see we just add a little bit reduce flatness, just a little bit more details, not as much. But again, it will be far away. Just like to touch up. Okay, so this is one touch up. Next, I want to create global dodge and burn, just bring some details. It will be Shift Control Alt E on PC or Command Option Alt E on a Mac. We'll just create new layer, and we're going to image adjustment on this layer. We'll go black and white. We'll take reds, pop up a little bit up, and a little bit yellow on this one. And we'll take our blues, just clip it down, both of them. Let's go click OK. Next, we'll go to image adjustment, go to shadow highlights, and we'll just take both amounts all the way to 100%. Take radius down, you know what, let's just type about 15, I think. 1.5, let's try. And now I want to take this tone. Actually, you know what, let's go even lower because we have lower resolution, so we'll go down to about 9 on both of them. So I'm just adjusting. You can see with because we're going to use soft light with a darker below 50%, it will add a little bit more dark to this, and white, let's get brighter, so we can actually right there just add a little bit more details. And because it's small resolution, I want to also go filter, sharpen, and I'll apply as well sharp mask to this. You can see how much it will add details, and we'll probably about 100. Click OK, and I'll switch to the soft light. So overall, let's see what it does for us. Okay, we go right there. You see how it will add, kind of bring more details. I'm not necessarily want those details all the way like they have, but we'll use it some of this. So we can take 100% and just slowly start bringing in, maybe around this area. We also can brush in some areas if we want it, but overall let's add some nice details to us. Okay, so we have our colors, we have our adjustments. One thing what I don't like, how I said before, right here it's coloring, and now I'm going towards our color effect. Like this is blue, is not bad, but I want to take it down a little bit, so I'm going to black and white on this. And in black and white you can see I don't want too dark, just set about gray. Let's press Control Command I to inverse on our mask. And now we can take our brush. Let's go keep closer. And I'm going to take our brush, switch to the white, 10%. Actually, you know what? Let's go with 30%. And I'm start painting. And you can see I can paint just mask over this. So overall, it's removing some coloring from this. I'm just creating a little bit on this way. We could probably, because it's a very blue, we could create just select tool on that and remove it, but it's not a very big area, so the painting will work fine. Okay, right here too. We still want to have some color to this. I just don't want it to take too much attention with a bright blue color. Okay, let's zoom out. And here again, before and after, we just slightly took down that coloring, I think. Okay. So this is we created. Now let's go play with our colors with toning, and I want to add bluish, a little bit more cyan to our sky, and maybe reddish to the middle. We'll go work with the curve. So I'm going to create curve, set this to the color mode, so it's one effect luminosity just to the color, and we'll go work first on our sky. So I'm ignoring everything else except this area, top of the sky. So we'll bring blue, and also on blue because it's in white, if we bring like a little bit on top, shadowing. Okay, we'll go to the red, and on red we want actually going cyanish. This area. So you can see, just look on the sky. Let's have it cyan, this warm, cold sky. So when we're done, we press Control Command I to inverse. We'll take our brush tool. Let's set it's maybe like around 6. Soft. We'll increase size of our brush. And I'm just going brushing in a little bit right around there. So we apply a little bit of this gradients, and again we can do same right here, maybe a little bit on a snow below. I don't want too much on the bottom, just a little bit of the colder area. Mostly I want to apply it is in our sky. Okay, right here you can see before and after. We just add a little bit of this coloring. Okay, let's go now add a little bit more warmer tone below. And I'm going same with the curves. Go with the color. We'll go with the blue, and we'll take the middle tone and bring down. So it will add a little bit warmer color. We'll go to the red and just a little bit on top. Again, Command Control I to inverse our mask, and same tool, we'll just painting a little bit right here, mostly in the plants. Just to add this warmer color. Again, before and after you can see we just slightly, not too much. But add a little bit of this coloring. Okay, then next let's go ahead and work a little bit with the overall coloring adjustment. So for this one, we'll go down and we'll select selective colors. So with selective colors, we can take specific areas of the coloring and apply it. For example, I can take my reds right here and I can move them more red, cyan, or whatever. And this point, because we enhance those, it provides us a little bit better. So I can actually take my red and go from cyan to bring them a little bit brighter. Okay, we also can going in more interesting effect, magenta, so even redder. And we can also color. Yeah, let's look. Actually, this way will be interesting. Okay, we don't need to worry about blacks to enhance, but we could bring a little bit darker or brighter. Actually, you know what? Let's leave it darker. Okay, next we'll go with the cyan. It's top one, and with cyan we can add a little bit more. Going towards cyanish, kind of colder look. Right there, and same, we can bring a little bit more blacks, and I think we'll just add just a little bit. Okay, now let's go work with the blues as well. So you can see right there where we can affect those areas of blues. So we'll just bring up. Same magenta, maybe just a little bit this way. And I'm looking at color palette, how well it will work together. Same, we can just bring a little bit down. Okay, let's go switch now to, actually to the highlights and blacks and whites. So white, it will represent our overall right there, our white temperature. So we can, on the writers, we can go a little bit more, just slightly to cyan color. Okay, a little bit magenta. There you go. I'm just adjusting, and you can, again, it depends how. Neutral, it's what mostly will be our colors, warm ones. So we'll just see if we want to bring just maybe slightly too much red. No, it's too warm. So yeah, let's go bring to the colder side a little bit. Adjusting red. There. So there you go. Adjustment this way. Same. I want to bring actually a little bit more to flat area. So also represent a little bit haze this case. We'll go to the blacks. Same with the blacks. You can see how crushing. So we don't need crush, but we'll just bring a little bit out of this. And on this, I want actually black, a little bit colder color going. Okay, so right here is our color correction. You can see we add a bit more effect. Also sometimes to add a little bit glowing, let's create Ctrl-Shift-Alt-E new layer. And for this one, I want to just add a little bit more this haze effect. So we'll go to blur, as in blur to this. You know, just maybe about 30 will be good. And we'll go switch this to the, we have a screen mode or a soft light. So both of them will work. We'll go to actually soft light. We'll go create mask, Command Control I to inverse. And using our white brush, about 10%, I just want a little bit brush some areas top and bottom, just to add this. You can see slightly, not too much, but just slightly this glowing effect to this. Just soften out a little bit. Okay, let's go. We're almost done with this. One other thing I want to do is create new curve. Switch the soft to the color, and overall this will be applying to kind of work with all our colors in this case. So we'll switch this to the blue color. We'll bring shadow blue high, and take middle point and bring just slightly down. So we have this gentle curve. We'll go to the red color, take to the cyan on our on the shadows, and restore it a little bit back to the red. So right here you can see we kind of apply this nice cyanish red color. The complementary colors that work very well together. Overall, I think maybe it's two color. Okay. So in this case, I want to create a black and white. Okay, with black and white, I'm just going to see bring some details this way. Okay, there you go. And we'll just take down, and I want to bring a little bit color off around this area. So I'm just ignoring my sky and other ones. I'm just looking. I think the around there will be nice. Okay, and we'll go switch to the black, and I want to color back my sky. So we'll go actually 7, and so right here. So overall, this will just affect just reduce a little bit on the plants. Okay, maybe even too much, maybe just a little bit less, about 10. I'll just leave it toned down. I think this is look good. Okay, so let's look at the next tutorial, optional touch up, what we can do with here.